Hello and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 and Scroftopia Farm. Right, so it was a few weeks back that I actually showed this series off, this farm that I've built. And yeah, I've called it Scroftopia Farm. I'll give you a bit of a recap because like I said, it has been a few weeks. But I'm really looking forward to getting into this. And now I've finally got the time. I'm all set up in my new place. And yeah, let's get into this. I'm really looking forward to the series with all the new sheds that I've got. And having obviously the animals at different stages, calves over here and young stock over there and milkers over there and so on, and we've got the beef stock in this shed. And let's be honest, these sheds are stunning, they really are. But I am glad to get onto this series now and proper delve into it, and that's what we're going to be doing in this. It's going to be a bit of a recap, and then we're going to delve in, probably do a bit of grass silage just because we need feed, and we really need feed with the amount of animals we're going to have and the things we've got planned out. It's going to take some time and quite a lot of farming to just get set up. So I have given myself a bit of cash, got 240,000. I have bought myself a loading wagon. I don't know if you can just make it out, but it's just near that first bunker as you come into the farm area. So we're going to start picking it up and hopefully getting it into the clamp in this episode. Probably going to have to need a bit of a time lapse for that, but we'll see how we get on. So if you haven't seen the first episode of this is basically a farm that I've built myself right up at the top corner of Calmsden. Laid it all out myself. I'm using some of the MA7 shed packs that you can purchase, and then obviously you build them yourself into a mod. And then yeah, we've got a few options. We've got one. Well, this is a bunker. That's an MA7 silo pack. This is an MA7 milking parlour, and also an area for the actual milking cows. And then we got this one I'm going to be using as beef stock. I have to say this is probably my favourite. I think this is stunning. It really is stunning. And then over here we got a small one for calves. I think I've got 20 calves at the moment. And I've got 20 young stock. So these are probably about 12 months old. So just before they get to the age where they're going to be bagging up and obviously milking after their technically first calf. Yeah, they're going to move over then to pretty much over to where our milkers are. We've got beef stock in this area, which is what this shed's for. And then just up here, we've got one of our pastures. So we've actually got 3 custom pastures, but we're also going to be using these as grass fields to obviously make hay, make some grass silage and so on. So I think we're going to probably use it first to make hay and silage, with us being at a point where all the cows have got feed in the troughs, but we've got nothing else to kind of top them up. So yeah, we're going to need to get cracking with it. Plenty of storage, plenty of sheds and all that kind of stuff. Set myself up with all the equipment. If you haven't watched the first episode, I really do recommend going and watching that, because I kind of explain all the equipment I've got, what I've ended up buying, and yeah, the way the farm's laid out and so on. So let's start by going mow some grass, I guess. We'll probably mow on the front fields first, and we'll also be using obviously a bit of course play to probably do some of the rowing up. But let's jump in this class, the Axion 810, and we can start getting this grass field mowed up. It has been a while, honestly, since I've been on FS. It's so busy moving all the things around. Finally back to just chilling out after work and being able to make some videos for everyone. So this is the other Axion. Yeah, I've got 960 Axion. We got class pickup on the back. So we are going to be using that to put the grass in the bunker. Not going to be making bales this time around. We will make hay bales, and we will be doing whole crop silage bales. But maize and grass silage, we're going to actually use the bunkers for. So I'm just trying to think the best place to do this now. So I've got everything pretty much custom set up. We don't want to go too far to the fence or anything. Let's unfold that. Turn her on. Turn this on and off we go. And we are doing wet grass, so let's just change that. Make our life a little bit easier. So let's go with conditioner, because then we can actually pick it up straight away. And we also need to make sure we do that on the front. Conditioner on the front. There we go. It will take some time. I'll probably use the second field as courseplay, but let's get this mode up first. And we can have a bit of a chat and yeah, a bit of a catch up. It does feel probably like close to 3 weeks or maybe 2.5 weeks since I obviously had to move out my old property and move into a new one. Get everything set up. It's taken some time to get things properly sorted, but I am now at that point where I can focus again on YouTube, making videos, and that is really important for me to do. So I'm really glad that I got so many comments as well from people, and I just want to thank everyone for that, because it did mean the world to me reading all them comments. But like I said, glad to be back at it, making content. And this series as well, it's I was looking forward to this the most, because I was just waiting for a really good map to pop around and obviously use MaizePlus and everything together, Precision Farming. And Carmsden's still, for me, one of the best maps, if not the best map, British farming style. And I know we've got a few on the horizon, especially Court Farms by Oxy. And probably seen the video I did about the animals that are going to be included in with that, working together with the farming agency, which makes it even better. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'll probably move on and do a series on that straight away. But in the meantime, the whole point of me building this farm was to make this map just even better, make it a bit more customised to the channel, but also just showcasing, you know, what you can do if you build your own farm, and have something unique to yourself and your own creation, your own mind, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the series pans out. It's going to be difficult with it being quite a big farm and a lot of cows. It's going to be a challenge to feed them all. But that is where I've gone. That's the route that I'm taking. I'm trying to challenge myself, having a lot of cows, and feed. We're going to be doing a recipe for each type. So we're going to have a young stock recipe, a recipe for milkers, and again a recipe for the beef stock. So we do need to get quite a range of feed types to obviously sustain that kind of plant. So yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes. Now, it is probably going to be quite a big job to mow 3 fields in this video, but we'll probably do the one. We'll get it rowed, put it in the bunker, and then I'll probably do a bit of a jump cut to obviously when the job's finished, or even start the next episode, and I'll have some grass silage fermented in the bunker, so that will then be done. We have got our fields all set up as well for corn, which we're going to be doing maize from. We've got a field of whole crop, so that's all set up, growing nicely. And I've also got a field of soybeans, which is going to be for obviously profit, to do some arable at the same time. So we've got a lot of things going on, and everything's set up, so we've got a good head start. Yeah, it's lots to do. There really is a lot to do. So let's just get rid of the F1 menu. There we go. Yeah, I might actually use Courseplay to start doing the rowing up, and then as it's doing that, we can use the other axion to start picking up and putting into the bunker. And we'll just get a good idea of how much grass we're actually getting from this first cut. Now, I actually went over all these fields, ploughed them, replanted all the grass in, and yeah, it was interesting to do. It did take some time when setting up this map or this farm on this save game of Carmsden, but I think it's going to be worth it in the end, because as you can see, it's very customised, and I think with MaizePlus and Precision Farming, this is going to suit it. We've got enough grass, we've got enough fields to make the stuff we need, and I want the main source of income to be from obviously having beef stock and also milkers. That's where our main source of income is going to be, and we're going to obviously top that up as well by using the soybean field or our arable field, depending on what we grow each time. It's going to be there to just make things a little bit easier going into the year 2 and all that kind of stuff. 240,000 does seem like a lot, but we still probably need to get some better items along the way, and we might even need to buy feed in the first year, because the amount of animals we've got there, 20 calves, will soon grow up and they'll be in the milkers, and then they're going to be consuming a lot more beef stock as well. They'll be consuming a lot. I think they definitely consume more than milkers, so yeah, we're going to need to properly get a good stock of feed behind us. Right, so this field is now all mowed. It has actually been a full day since I actually started mowing this. I was mowing late at night, and then I stopped the game. I've come back in again on the next following day. So what I decided to do now is use a bit of courseplay. So I have actually reset the boundaries of the fields, because when I first did them, it was before I actually placed in the custom pastures. So because of that, what I've done is, oh, you can actually drive. You can actually walk through them. That's interesting. I didn't realise that, because I've actually set the boundaries now, thinking that I would collide into them. So we probably didn't need to do that after all. But hey ho, it looks better, because we're obviously going to miss it, and technically it is an object that we should be colliding with. But yeah, I've got the Massey going. It's rowing us up some fine rows of grass that we can pick up with the pickup wagon. We're only going to do these 2 fields. I think just this will set us off in that first bunker there with some grass silage. If we do need some more, we can always go and bale up that 3rd field. And then we're going to be doing hay from these 3 fields again after. We're going to try and make as much grass silage, as much hay as possible, and then obviously we've got the whole crop and the maize that are going to be coming in as soon as we are ready to start working on that. So technically all the fields are sorted out and just ready. I've got courseplay going on this one as well to do some mowing. And so far it's working out a treat. So we can actually go and start picking up some of these rows soon. Just going to see how it performs. And it's not too bad. So I did cut this first row that you can see there while setting up and recording the boundary. I'm happy with this. I think this is going to turn out some good grass. So if we just actually go into precision farming, we can actually have a look at the yields. So nitrogen levels has obviously gone down on this, which is probably does need some now at that point. Yields aren't too bad. There's a weird patch there. It's interesting. But yeah, yields are probably about where you'd expect with grass. We've got some good patches and not so good, but that'll be something to do with the soil types, as you can see. So where we got the loam, we are hitting pretty decent. So I'm happy with that. This field here, I do need to reset the boundaries on that one, but because we're not going to mow it in this episode, we're just going to focus on these 2. So happy days. So far, so good. We'll get the Massey out in the other field soon to do some rowing. You can see that he's done his first row. I have set it to do two rows. Same with the mower, going around 2 headlands and then work its way inside the field. So let's go and get into the class. I mean, there's so much to do. There really is at this point now. We can just focus on getting the grass done first. Grass silage is a good point to start from. We have got, yeah, like a shed ton, an actual shed ton of feed requirements. Thinking about it, we're going to need a front weight, aren't we? So let's get this sorted out first. Don't think I've actually purchased any front weights. I'm not sure I have, you know. Let's go into this. Just a quick look. Yeah, so let me just quickly go and get a front weight, and then from there we can start it off and we'll pick up the rows. I'm interested to see how much grass silage we do get off this and how far we fill up this bunker. Hoping at least halfway from 2 fields. Might be a bit of an ass, but you know, the mess there is leaving. Oh well, should be right. You can see which one I mowed and which one this worker's mowing. Always misses the bits, especially with the butterfly mowers. Always miss out on some of the bits. But yeah, let's crack on. I'll get this front weight and then we'll get into the field. Right, so I've got a 1500 weight on the front. It is a class 1, so it's matching. I did store delivery, just spawn it in, pay for obviously the extra that you have to do by spawning it in. But so far, everything's looking alright. I'm just worried about the bits that we're missing over here. Shouldn't be too bad. We can clean that up, but yeah, we're definitely going to have to get into that field, I'd say, and start cleaning some of them bits up. And there's going to be quite a bit of grass on the sides here. I mean, what we could do on this first pass is try and pick up some of the grass bits that aren't in the new boundary. We don't want to do that. There we go. And we have got silage additive on the go, so we should be picking up even more. Now I have got a forage harvester, and obviously a harvester anyway. They're both class, and we are going to be using that when we're chopping the maize. But I decided for the grass silage we're going to use this, which is just using a forage wagon. I think it'll be a little bit easier. A good point to start from. With there being so much to do and so much work, I think it's good to start off like this. I do love this farm though. I've been waiting to play and get stuck into this now for quite some time. It feels that way anyway. Are we creating a bit of a overlap there? Let's just have a quick look at this. And I think I might actually be... I am, yes. So we need to stop this. So let's have a look at the course that I've set up here. It is a 9.3 meters is detected, and our tool is... Where are you? Windrows. There we go. It is 7.4, so that's why that is. So we're going to have to restart this. Fortunately, we're going to have to restart the whole thing because it is out of sync. So 7.4 is where it should be at. We'll do the 2 headlands again, generate the course, and this time round you can see that we shouldn't miss any bits, fingers crossed. Now that could be why we had such an overlap. So let's just start it from here. First waypoint. We are going to have to move ourselves out of the way now though, unfortunately. So not really ideal, because we're going to have to start again on this road, and he's already done 2 headland passes. I will actually save this course now though, so if we do this again we don't have to worry about working out the actual correct width of the implement. Yeah, 7.4. So not 9.3. Right, well we'll have to wait now. We'll wait it out a little bit, and then we'll come back to it and we'll start collecting some of the grass. It might actually be a good point for me to do a bit of a montage. Some of the shots of the mower in the field, and also the Massey out rowing, before we actually get into the field ourselves with the class pickup wagon, which is an absolute beast of a pickup wagon. It really is. Right, so there we go. That took some time, and I got a lot more grass than I was expected, which isn't a bad thing because we're going to need the feed. So, yeah, really happy with how much grass we turned out in the end. It was a big job, though. Probably about 2 hours worth of gameplay, yeah, spread over like 2 days. But yeah, there's a few bits in this field that I'm going to have to clean up, or else it'll just drive me a little bit insane. And it's just because when I set the second time around the course, I put it to 7.4. Probably better to set it at 7. It just misses a little strip. So in this field I did set it to 7, and I pretty much got the majority of everything. It was just a bit in this corner that I'm struggling to pick up because of the fencing. But we'll clean everything up. But overall, definitely happy with the yield I got. Let me just shut this. I think it's actually this side. There we go. Shut that one. We'll shut this as well. There we go. Happy days. And let's go and have a look. I mean, the amount of grass I turned out on these two fields is perfect. Because I was actually saying half full. Now look at this. To me, this is pretty much what I'd call full. And yeah, 643,000 litres. Definitely needs compacting. It's going to take me some time. I might even lease out a bit of a tool just to help me with that. Probably going to use the Case Maxim just because it's got good turning. And it helps when on top of the bunker like this. But look at this. This is insane. If we just stand over here, you can see how high it goes up past the sides. This bunker's a really good one because it does fill up even more than the walls. So it's probably double the size nearly of the walls. Just under. What a bunker. And this is definitely going to come in handy. So happy days. Do need to clean off all the tractors. We did use silage additive. We got through probably about half of that on that pallet. But it has benefited us because of the amount of silage we've come away with. So that's the first job when it comes to feeding the animals or feeding the cows. Like I said, we've got a big herd of milkers. We've got the calves, we've got the heifers, and then we've got in that barn over there, we've got some beef cattle. So there is a lot of feed needed. And if we just have a quick look at the animals, you can see I've got 30 Holstein adults. These are my milkers currently. 18 months. We are using MaizePlus, like I said. They have got feed. Not much at all, really. The feed has jumped down. Same with the beef cattle. Now we are going to feed these different, obviously, mixture than we are going to be with the adult milkers. So they're going to have their own feed mixture. So the Angus, and you can see that we've got 13,000 litres in there. Not much at all. It's going to be difficult to maintain that. We might have to buy stuff in. We'll see how we get on. And the calves are going to have their own feed mixture as well. Probably going to feed these, which are my kind of like heifers, the same mixture as the calves because there's a young stock. And I think we probably just feed both of these the young stock mixture. But as you can see, a lot of cows on MaizePlus. I mean, it's a lot to maintain. We're obviously going to try and get even more. And when these calves get older to the Holstein age, they're going to eat more. Same when the Holstein then get older and get to the milking age, they're going to eat even more. So we do need to keep an eye on that and try and get as much feed as possible. Next, we'll be doing hay in both of these two fields. I don't really think we need to start tackling that third field because these two can generate enough hay for what we need. And then if we have a quick look at the map, you can see that I've got two fields here. One is for soybeans, which is going to be for profit. Then I've got field 23 and field 20. This one's going to be whole crop. So that's got barley in it. And then we're going to be tackling the maize in field 20. And we have a look at see how it's growing. Doing pretty well. Got some weeds that we need to tackle in both of these fields. But apart from that, I mean, the yield, we have a look at the pH. pH is perfect. Nitrogen levels are spot on. Obviously don't need nitrogen for the soybeans. Yeah, so we're pretty much set with these. All I need to do is these two fields here need some spraying with herbicide. So we'll tackle that soon as well. Then we're going to be moving on to making hay. And by the time we got the hay, all these three fields have harvested. So that first year we should have a load of feed and we can start really focusing then on doing the right mixtures for the right cows. And hopefully, fingers crossed, bringing in a shed ton of money from the milk, because that is the aim with this series. We're going to be a big milking farm and hopefully it'll pay off. But I think on that note, I'm going to leave the video there. It has been a long one. 2 hours of gameplay that I'll obviously condense down. Hopefully got a nice montage there. But yeah, hopefully by the next one we can start working on maybe... we'll definitely do the spraying anyway. We'll definitely get the herbicide down, and we'll probably have a look at the animals just to see where they are with the feed. But on that note, I am going to leave the video there, so thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up, because that does help my channel out. And if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator.